Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to be taking off the stock exhaust. I want to kind of clean it up. So the first step, I have the Akrapovic slip-ons, but this is really going to apply to any slip-on you have or even the stock exhaust because they pretty much maintain the same hardware and the same method to remove stuff. I'm going to start by taking off the springs. So to do that, I'm just going to grab some pliers and get down in here. It's a little hard, can be a little hard, but actually that wasn't bad. With that one. And come on. Second one for the other pipe. You're going to come up in here and see actually right in there there's a bolt holding each muffler on. This is going to be an 8mm hex bit, and they're going to be pretty tight, so you're going to have to put a little bit of elbow grease, but as I said, I already loosened these, so not that bad. Now these are the only two things holding the mufflers on, so once you get the springs off and these, you will be able to take them off. And it's going to be a little difficult because there's not a lot of clearance. So now the other side, same thing. Alright, and this is what they look like. In case anyone was wondering. Alright, and now grab it at the lowest part and twist it down there, and it's off. Easy, super easy job. Now that's the mufflers. Now I just got to work on the header. I mistakenly said that to get the mufflers off it was a 8mm hex bit, but no, it's actually a 6mm hex bit, so I apologize for that. So hopefully you got your mufflers off. Now we're going to be removing this section of pipe. I don't really think it matters the order that you go to take the rest of the pipes off, but I just wanted to do it here first. So this is going to be a, what was this, a 8mm socket, and on the back of that there's going to be a nut, so you need a 10mm wrench. Oh, actually, super easy. There's going to be a bracket on the back that's going to come off with it, and that is for the servo, the cables that run with the original servo motor. Since I removed that, that is not going to be holding anything, but if you have the factory servo motor still on, you're going to have to remove that. Right here there's a bracket that holds the cable run, and so I got it off. That was easy. And just pull it out. Doesn't look like there's a wash on the other side. Nope. And that's what that looks like. So getting that spring on the underside was actually super easy. It's the same procedure as the springs that you took off for the mufflers. But I did see that there's another one right here. So I'm going to be removing that right now, or taking that off. Seeing if I can. I think I'm going to, grab it from the back because there's not a lot of clearance. And there you go. That one's off too. Alright, so we're now at the front of the bike. And I've actually put the springs back on to hold those pipes back because I realized there's a better method and they weren't really budging, so I'm just going to take all of the rest of the pipe off in one by going straight from header. And so for this, you're gonna need to remove the oil radiator, and you need a 5mm hex bit. And there's actually only one side to this, because the other side you just press it in. So you just get that off and then pull it, and now you can let that hang. Those are sturdy lines. Keep track of that. And now you get access to the main pipe. 10mm bit socket, or you could put a wrench on it, but it kind of makes more sense to do the socket because you got more room. And there's going to be 3 nuts holding it. So I ended up getting these 3 off. The one on the left was pretty easy, and then the 2 on the right were a little more difficult. So to do that, I used either this really long extension or the smaller one. And again, you have to take off the oil cooler. And I started on the other side, and again, same deal. This one is on the easier end. It's just still, the access isn't great, but you can still reach it. And then the one on top, I don't know exactly how I'm going to be reaching that, and on the side as well. I found out that to remove that bolt in there, it's virtually impossible with like standard tools, or even with any tools, because there's just no access. So I've decided to remove this coolant line right here in hopes of getting more access. So that was just a 2 Phillips head. You don't have to take that clamp all the way off, just enough to where you can get just loose enough to where you'll be able to pull the hose off higher than the tank, the overflow tank. So cool. Didn't need this, and it's not draining anything out. So now I can try to tuck that out of the way and gain better access to that bolt. Alright, so after a long time, I've finally gotten this out enough to be finger tight. So basically what I did is I got this, I had to go down, I snuck it under, and then I would tighten it down, and I'd get it like a 1/16 of a turn, and then I'd come with my 10 socket or wrench, and then I'd get the rest of the way. I already got them loose, but not finger loose, so I'm still gonna need this. Just a 10mm. Definitely be aware the back or the vertical cylinder is a lot more difficult to remove than the horizontal. So I actually didn't realize it, but this works. I can actually fit the socket in here, or the ratchet, with the 10mm socket. So there you go. It's off. Actually pull the pipe off. Oh yeah. That one's off already. Easy. And that one fell. Now I just need to figure out how to pull it out. Just wiggle it. The oil cooler's getting in the way a little bit. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to remove the rear, or actually not the rear set, but just the 4mm hex bit. And hopefully these aren't too tight. Yeah, easy. So just crack those. And then same with that one. I should just be able to get this off now. I don't know if the O2 sensor on this was plugged or what's up, but there was no O2 sensor that I had to disconnect. So just like that, everything is off. And just like that, the stock exhaust is off. But yeah, you definitely, for those of you out there who want to do this, you're gonna have to disconnect the coolant line that runs into the engine, because there's no other way you're gonna be, not that I know of at least, that you're gonna be able to take this stuff off. And also disconnect or remove the rear master cylinder reservoir. Thank you all for watching.